What would it mean for you to land your very first 10 paying clients in a single week? Yeah, from the expertise that you already have right now, the knowledge that you're carrying about at this moment. I know how that sounds. So before I explain anything to you, let me just tell you that Edirin did it, Ngozi did it, Jumoke did it, 10 clients each week in 1 week, right after they did what we will be doing in class today. And they are not influencers. They are just professionals with knowledge like you. The quickest way that I know to take you from I have got years of experience, I could probably monetize, to actual paying clients, it comes down to 3 things: your positioning, an offer that you can sell before you build it, and a simple system for your very first clients. Now hear me. I have done this for myself and for hundreds of people, and with over $2 million in client sales afterwards. So this is my one condition though. My goal for you is that your first real clients, from what you already know, you get it with the knowledge you get in this video. If you are here for a get rich quick scheme, please click away right now, because that is not what this is, and you will just be wasting your time. However, if you have real expertise and you're tired of watching less qualified people hen while you sit on what you know, you gotta stay with me here, and in the next 15 minutes, I will change how you totally see this. All right, let's start. A lot of professionals like you with years of experience, both lived experience and learned experience, you think it is because you lack expertise. You think that is why you are not making progress. Well, in this video, I am here to bust your bubble and to tell you that the reason you are not progressing, the reason you are not moving forward, is because you have too many knowledge. You have too many things you are an expert at. And because of this, you are feeling confused. You're feeling burdened. You don't have one clear way of ensuring that you can point the things you know towards just this one person. That is the reason you are not clear on what to do right now. It's because you don't have a way to connect this to one person that you can help. And again, there are 3 false beliefs. There are 3 false beliefs that a lot of professionals like you carry around. Because you're carrying around these 3 false beliefs, you are also not able to move. You try to do this, but for some reason, it doesn't get the kind of attention that you're thinking it will get. Now, in this video, I will deal with the first belief and we will break it down so that you will know what that false belief is and you will no longer believe it. The 2 other beliefs that you're carrying around will disintegrate. By the time this happens, every other thing falls in place. So what you need to do with me on this video is to sit with me and let us discover why you are stuck, where you are stuck, and how to unstuck yourself so that you can start making impact and making income from the knowledge that you have been carrying around for ages. Okay. Now, everything starts with positioning. And positioning is what separates you from the several other people in that industry or category that you find yourself in. But how do you get the right positioning? How would you understand exactly how to position yourself? You do that using what I call the authority formula. Authority formula is the number 1 thing that should act as your foundation that a lot of new coaches don't have, or they have not gone through the process of understanding what the authority formula is. Because every student that I have taken through this process who has gone through the authority formula before, there is something that shifts in your brain by the time you have gone through that process. In this video, I will show you what it means to understand your authority formula and to use it to create your unique positioning. Because at the end of the day, that is where you start from. If you can get this one thing and start from here, it's easier for you to build other things that you now to build, like creating offers and setting up the right system for you to start asking people to pay you money for your knowledge. Now, what is the authority formula? The authority formula comprises of 3 things. I will draw 3 circles because what I have to explain to you today has to fall within here. Now, your passion is your heart. What are the things that you truly, truly, truly love? Now, the second thing is the evidence that you have. What are the results, specific results that you've been able to get for people within this thing, this knowledge that you have that you think that you can monetize? What is the result? What are the results that you have gotten for people or for yourself? And the other part is your credibility. How do you prove? You need proof. How do you prove to people that you have the credibility needed for you to be able to take them in the transformation? Because when you say you want to give your knowledge to people and that they should pay you back in return, what it really means is that you're saying that you are currently at point A, and I want to move you from this point A. I want to push you and push you and push you to the level where you will be at point B. Point B is where they are transformed. So this is the transformation process. Before anybody will believe that you can take them through this transformation process, they will first understand that, they will first see your passion for it, they will see the evidences that you have, and then they will see the proof that you have to show that you are truly credible in this thing that you're trying to do. Most coaches start from passion, and you think, as long as I am passionate about what I'm doing, isn't that enough? Well, it's not enough, because passion without proof is just basically you executing your hobby, something you love to do, something you enjoy doing, but it does not necessarily translate into business for you. And if you are here watching this video, I want to believe that you want that knowledge that you love, you want it to translate into impact and income for you. You can have more than one passion. The exercise we're going to do here in this video, you can pass all your passions one by one. You can pass it through this exercise so that at the end of the day, you will know which one you're supposed to pick and start running with right away. So let us start with passion one. Whatever that passion is, write it out and then ask yourself, in what way have I used it to make people's life better? Whether it is your life, your own life, or other lives around you, your neighbor, your friend, your cousins, your church members, anybody in your community. So that is what you will ask yourself, and I want you to write it out. Very specific. Be very specific with how you write this out. I have done this. I have done this. I have done this. Those are your evidences of how you have made this passion. You have used this passion to make people's life better. Do this for the next passion. Do the same thing for the next passion that you have. Now, afterwards, the next thing you move to is the credibility. Do you have any documented evidences? This evidence and results that you have here, is it documented? That is how you prove your credibility. Do you have it documented? In what way do you have it documented? The people that you have worked with in the past that gave you those evidence lists, the results that you just listed out right now, the people you've worked with, can they give you testimonials? Can they say something to, recommend you? Or can you tell the story? Even if they cannot say all of those things, can you tell the story? Are there specific stories of how they moved from point A to point B? Are there specific stories like that you can share or you can use as case studies by the time you want to start positioning? All these things are very important. Write them out, because they will act for you as content later on. But that is not the real reason why I want you to list out all of those things right now. The real reason is that for you to be able to get your positioning, you will then look at it and say, okay, I am passionate about this thing. I have results in this specific place where you have results. You will then know that for you to be able to turn this to money, it is where you have your specific results. That is where you should focus on. I'll give you an example of Banire, a former student of mine who is a young woman in her early 30s, who is also a top professional in her field, was passionate about married couples. helping married couples to live the best life that they can and live happily ever after. However, Banire just loves that. Banire does not have any results attached to that. It was just a passion that she had, and she started following it. For 2 years, Banire did everything that every guru asked her to do about posting content online, doing this, advertising, and nobody came to ask Banire for her service. When Banire went through this same authority formula that we are going through right now, she realized that what she does have and also passionate about is she loves to help people find their strengths. She's even a certified strength finder on, the Gallup Institute. Vanira looked at everything that she has, all of the results that she has gathered over the years, and she realized that these results are in the corporate world, where she has helped so many of our former team members to become better just by helping them to analyze their strengths and understand what their strengths are. Again, as our own lived experience, Banire realized that, it is the same strength finding skill that has helped her to progress and become a top senior manager at that very early age in the corporate world. So Banire then, when she highlighted all the results that she has in this area over the years, and then started looking for documented proofs for these results, she saw a lot and realized that even though she loved married couples, and she's also trying to use the same strength finding skill to help married couples, they are not really the target audience that she should be talking to, because the target audience she should be talking to are people that will easily see all of the results and all of the credibilities that she has that can be combined together for her to showcase her authority zone. Now, how do you find where your authority zone is? Now, how exactly do you find your authority zone? After you now understand how your passion, your results, and your credibility overlaps, you see this space where we have Z, where you have this overlap and all of these three overlaps. That is where you find your authority zone. That is where the core of who you will be and the results and transformation that you will get your clients, the core of what you will do that will make you known, that will make you impactful, is within this overlap. Because take, for example, if you stand here as a person where it is only your passion, imagine how when you're shouting, it's trying to reach the whole world. Or here you are just shouting, oh, I have credibility, I have credibility. Or I have results, I have results. But it is not combined with these three other things that makes it really powerful. It is when you speak here that it goes in and you're able to reach the right people that are at the point where they want to pay you right now. Take, for example, if you now catalog your results and credibility, and then you realize that the people, as a weight loss, let's say you're a weight loss expert, and you decide to catalog your evidence and your credibility. In the catalog, you realize that the people that you have helped the most are busy moms. What it means is that your weight loss coaching program will be specifically positioned for busy moms. Or you could say, oh, the people that I have helped with weight loss are corporate professionals that are always traveling. I realize that I have a unique method that helps corporate professionals to be able to do the things that they need to do and still lose weight and still not feel it due to the uniqueness of their situation. Now, it means that your positioning, your zone, your authority zone is for corporate professionals. Can you see now that being able to draw this Venn diagram like we have done and ensuring that you pick out the zone where you are the most powerful and then you position the right way? Can you see how that is the perfect foundation that you have to create as you start on this journey of monetizing your knowledge? Now, this is where it gets real. And I want to be honest with you about where the line is. You see, finding your overlap will give you your authority, but it will not give you your niche, the specific near zero competition position that commands premium prices. And, that will make the right person say, oh, finally, someone will get exactly my situation. Because there's a difference between knowing your authority and knowing how to position it at the level where you barely have competition. Yeah. Taking your authority and drilling it down level by level by level, until you will land where there are 3 competitors instead of 300,000 competitors. It is a method. And you see that method, it is built on your specific expertise. And it is the first thing we will do together inside the 3 days challenge. So you will leave this video knowing your authority. You will leave the challenge, the 3 days challenge, knowing your niche. That's the difference between understanding your problem and actually solving your problem. Okay? Let me interrupt myself for a second. If you've already seen enough, if you already know you want this built with you, click on the link below right now and send me the word expert. That's how I will know that you have watched this video. I'll send you the details. You don't need a call to book. If you want to rest, stay with me. Stay with me, because what positioning unlocks for you is the good part of this video. Now, at this point, I want you to be honest with yourself and do this thing that I just showed you how to do. Create your own Venn diagram and put your passion, your results, and your credibility. Then ask yourself, where are you really at? Are you standing on that passion circle and shouting for the whole world to hear? Or you have been able to identify your results and your credibility. You've been able to piece it together and you are standing in that small circle where you have your zone, your authority zone. So quickly do a self-diagnosis right now and ask yourself where you are. Now, if you've done this, what it means is that you have your authority. You understand the authority formula to a level at this point, and you can see the skeleton of how you need to position yourself as you go into the coaching world. But that is not enough, because having your authority zone is not the same thing as being able to properly define your niche and the message that you should put out to your audience. As a matter of fact, it does not also automatically translate to you being able to understand who your proper target audience is. Because you need your target audience, you need to understand the offer that you will be presenting to them, and you also need to know what message you should be saying to your target audience, and of course, the system that will get you to your first 10 clients. And the first thing that we do in the first day of my 3 days challenge is position you. So we go deeper into the authority formula, and then we move into what I call the 5-level niche method, where we break down your niche from level 1 to level 5 so that you get to the best positioning. And then we get your positioning statement before we leave day 1 of the Expert to Code Challenge. Day 2 of Expert to Code Challenge is all about messaging. Your unique positioning, your target audience, your offers, the different kind of offers that you should create, and of course, your deliverables. If you do create your coaching program, what should you deliver that will be very transformative to your audience, where they go from point A and you're able to take them through that transformation process up until point B. And then the third day, we set up the basic systems that you need to get you to where you want to be, where you start making money and making impact. Now, the other false belief that you're carrying around that you need to stop right away is the belief that you need to build before you sell, that you have to get all of your, program, course, whatever it is you're doing, and the materials, you need to prepare everything and be ready before you start selling. That is not correct in any way. And I actually teach my students to sell before they build, because that is the right order. You have to get people to believe in your idea. You have to get people to believe in your authority and see your authority zone, like we did a few minutes ago. When they see it, they will commit to you by paying for that knowledge. When you have the first few people committing to you, that is when you can then go ahead and start yourself committing your time, energy, and resources into building the program out. I'll tell you a story of my students, Yvette, who also used the same authority zone formula that we just did. She is a baker who bakes vegetarian cakes. She uses plant-based recipes, and a lot of people don't even know, because our cakes are as delicious as they come, even with people that use the normal recipe. And she has tried to teach other bakers the same thing, and most of them will be like, oh, why should I buy from you when I can just go to YouTube to go and get these plant-based recipes? Until she did the authority zone formula, the authority formula. And then she realized that the problem that she's actually solving for the bakers is not, I don't have plant-based recipes. No, it is the problem of plant-based recipes are cheaper. So because of that, I can increase my profit margin by an extra 40%, because for her, that was what was happening to her. That is her result. By the time she cataloged her results, she realized that she was able to make 40% more than other bakers are making. And then she positioned to, come, let me show you how to increase your profit margin by 40% using my plant-based revolution method. And she didn't have to build any course or anything before she sold 3,500 worth of, before she made $3,500 in sales for the first cohort of our program, teaching the same people that she had been telling to come and buy our plant-based recipes before. They are the same people that came and paid our money to learn how to improve their profit margin by 40%. That is what positioning does for you. It helps you to get the right positioning, and it helps you to be able to sell before you even start building any program. Now, the third false belief that you have is that you believe that you need a big audience before you can make your first sales as a coach. No, you do not need a big audience to make either your first 10, to get either your first 10 clients or your first 100 even. You do not need to have a very big audience. The first thing you need, like I have said over and over again in this video, is, of course, get your authority zone. The second thing is for you to know that you can sell before you build. And the third thing is for you to know that around you, in your community, your friends, your church members, people in your community, they are the people that will buy from you first. They are the people you will use as beta testers. So when you launch what I call your MVP, that's your minimum viable product, because that's the first thing you should do. You put out your MVP into the market and you allow people in your community to purchase and buy and be the people you will get more data from that you will now use to improve your system and scale and become better. But if you do not put out your MVP first and see how everything works, you won't even know how you want to build a solid system and scale. To build an MVP and put your idea out there is something I use what I call the phantom offer, building your phantom offer to start your coaching program with an MVP. That's your minimum viable product. The phantom offer is not something that I can teach in a video like this. I have shown you the what, I have shown you the why. Now you need to know how you will bring all of those things together. And it is what we do in the 3 days extra to coach challenge, because on day 2, we build your phantom offer, automatically creating your MVP that you can use to start right away. If this is the kind of work that you would like to do with me over the course of 1 week, then you should find yourself in Expert to Coach Challenge. Instructions are below this video. Getting your first 10 clients as a new coach is not as difficult as you think. It is not difficult at all, as long as you follow the process. And that is what I have been showing you, the what and the why of getting your first 10 clients. The how, which is the execution and doing, is what you get inside the Expert to Coach Challenge. If you would like to join us, I hope to see you in Expert to Coach Challenge. So let me leave you with this. What would it mean to you if you can finally turn the experience that you already have right now into income? If you can stop asking, what should I even coach? And actually know, not tied to a job or a visa, but that is really yours. If that is what you want, this is your next step. Go to my WhatsApp message right now. You'll find the link below and send me the keyword expert. That's it. That's all you have to do. You don't need to book a call. You will just get a simple breakdown of the next challenge. You will read it. If it is for you, you will know exactly what to do. And if it is not, I genuinely wish you the very best. You are more qualified than most of the people that are already earning in this space that you are in. I tell you, Banire was qualified. Edire was qualified. They didn't know. The only thing standing between you and your first clients, it is not more expertise. No. It's positioning. And that we can fix together. Send me the word expert right now, and I'll see you in my inbox.